Coach, where do you want to start on that awesome game?
Yeah, just proud of our guys. That's one of our more complete games of the season. And that's something that we've been talking a lot about. You can't be a two-quarter team in this league. And I thought that was one of our best defensive efforts from beginning to end, 90 points. Obviously, second half especially, I think we outscored them 62-39. They only shot 33% in that second half. But a lot of guys stepped up. And I thought also a big key was in that first half, we turned the ball over way too much, which gave them life. Second half, I think it was only 5 turnovers for 3 points. And the last thing I'd say is I think we generated 41 threes, which might be a season high. And that's something we've been harping on. Like when you're open, shoot the ball. And we've been turning down a lot of shots, which lead to some of those turnovers. And I felt in that second half we got a lot more confident in letting it fly. Michael and Nicola carried us in that first half, and then I think a lot of guys helped us out in that second half.
As exhausting as
I'm sorry. I know who you are now. I just want you to know that. And I heard from a little birdie that, like, if I hurt your feelings by never saying, D-Mac, what's up? That's on me, but I want you to know that the cat's out of the bag. And now, me and you, we're good now.
Okay.
All right, D-Mac?
Merry Christmas, Coach.
All right, Merry Christmas. Next question.
As exhausting as games could be, 3 out of 5, that sort of thing, there does seem to be a good rhythm when you can play games in a shorter period of time.
Yeah.
What is that? What do you feel about that?
Well, it's funny because for 2 weeks now, we had 2 games in 7 days. And so selfishly as a coach, you love that. And on one hand, because that gives you ample opportunity to practice and get on the court and clean things up. And now we're in a 5 games in 7 days, and now we're, I think, 5-1 in our last 6, playing better basketball. And when you're playing well, you want to keep that rhythm, and you want to play games. And obviously, we know playing Phoenix on Christmas night is going to be a much tougher challenge than we had tonight. And then you have Cleveland, then you have Detroit. So, but you have to take it one game at a time. But our guys stepped up with no Jamal Murray. I thought Russ was outstanding. Nicola, Michael, Aaron, everybody, even our bench tonight, I thought was a real positive. So Jalen Pickett, I want to give him a shout out. I thought Jalen Pickett was really, I said to our team, he was defensive player of the game. He's a different player than he was last year. He looks so much more comfortable, so much more confident. 8 assists, and I trust him out there. And I'm proud of him for just kind of staying with it, and I'm happy for him.
You talked about kind of the game slowing down for him a little bit offensively. Where is the growth defensively for him?
Well, I tell you, man, like he's strong. Like he's not the tallest guy in the world, but he makes up for that with a tremendous strength and fight, game plan, discipline, and that's what you need. You have to be a guy that understands what is our game plan, what is the personnel, and going out there and using your God-given abilities. And he's a strong kid. So he's getting a chance to play, and he's taking full advantage of it. Every time I've thrown him out there now in meaningful rotation minutes, he's done a hell of a job for us. So, kudos to Jalen for staying ready and taking advantage of that opportunity.
You started with rookie Jamal and rookie Nicola, and you see where they are now. When do you know as a coach that young player finally has hit that spot where you go, okay, he gets it now? What is those signs for you?
Yeah, well, it's different for everybody. You know what I mean? It's like when I think about Nicola's career, I go back to a game he had in San Antonio as a rookie, where it was like, wow, this guy just did that to this team with one of the greatest to ever do it in Tim Duncan. For Jamal Murray, it was a game against Chicago at home, where we're down big and Jamal just started shooting. Like I said, that's Jamal Murray. That's the essence of Jamal Murray. And now how can we capture that and bring it out of him more often? And so it's different for everybody. And you're seeing, it's not easy as a young player to play on a team like ours. Last year, we're a team that just won a championship. Expectations are through the roof, and you're trying to win at a high level and develop young players. And Jalen really never got a fair chance last year. And he's shown me from the Atlanta game, from the game tonight, that he's more than capable of going out there, running his team, organizing his team, and most importantly, Scott, making all his teammates better.
You guys are 5-0 second nights of back-to-backs now. I mean, this seems to be a trend even dating back to past seasons. But the last couple you've won in very dominating fashion. What does it say about this team's mentality? What are you seeing in terms of elevated focus from them?
Yeah, well, if you're going to be a team that is exceptional on the second half of back-to-back, that speaks to mental toughness. You know what I mean? Like it's, you get back late last night, a lot of guys played heavy minutes in an overtime game. You're down 17, you come back and win. You expend so much energy in those types of games. It goes to overtime. So I wasn't really sure what to expect. I thought the crowd was great tonight. I do have to say that. I thought from the get-go, I fed off their energy. And I'm sure our players did as well. And that's why you love having the best fans in the NBA, because they bring that every night. You know, but it speaks to mental toughness. Like, we're not going to use fatigue as an excuse. We're not going to use anything. Like, they're here to come in our building and beat our ass, and we have to do everything we can to stop that from happening. And every guy that played tonight, I could easily have given that Defensive Player of the Game award to the team, because I thought throughout our team defense was outstanding.
A few games in a row now, the second unit has strung together some quality minutes, especially without Jokic. I'm just curious what you've seen in those stretches.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think those guys, you know, we've kind of settled into our backup five right now with DJ.
Yeah.
So I think that helps. Like, you know, is it Dario? Is it Zeke? Is it DJ? Right now, it's DeAndre Jordan, and he's playing well for us. You know, trying to get those guys more and more comfortable on the court, creating that on-court chemistry. But you know, I think if that group can go out there and hold their own defensively and execute offensively, even if we don't score, just generate good shots, not turn the ball over, now we're giving ourselves a chance. And that the best part about that is I don't have to put Nikola back into the 7-minute mark. Tonight I put him in around the 6:30 mark, I think, of the second quarter. So those guys have done an outstanding job, to your point, and that needs to continue. So you know, we don't have to run any of our starters, namely Nikola, into the ground, as we know this is going to be a hell of a grind to get through this season.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I'm just gonna ask, is Hunter Tyson's transition dunk gonna make it into the film session tomorrow?
Oh yeah. You know what? That's what you love about our team, when guys like Hunter have that play. That's funny. DJ, who's probably the team comedian, he's calling him Billy Hoyle from White Man Can't Jump. But just seeing how excited everybody gets for other guys on the team when they have success. When Jalen Pickett hits a turnaround jumper in the corner at the end of the shot clock, the whole bench is up. That's what I love about our group. We're a family. We're a family when we lose at the buzzer in Portland, and we're a family when we have one of our best showings against Phoenix tonight. We stay together, win or lose, and that's what I love most about our squad.
Thank you, Coach.
Merry Christmas, everybody.